This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
And we begin today at noon with a developing story we've been following all week long. Another local pro-Palestinian demonstration is planned for today, this time on the campus of St. Louis University. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. The last big protest Saturday on the campus of Washington University resulted in the arrests of about 100 people. As of today, the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office has not filed any charges against any of those protesters. A major demand of those demonstrating across the country is that universities divest from companies with financial ties to Israel amid its war with Hamas. St. Louis Board of Aldermen President Megan Green, an adjunct professor at WashU, has been suspended because of her role in Saturday's local protest. She's criticizing the use of police force during that demonstration and asks that St. Louis police not interfere with today's planned protest. Just moments ago, St. Louis Mayor Tashora Jones posted on social media that her administration is aware of today's planned protest. She says she's contacted Police Chief Robert Tracy and school administration to reiterate the city's support to protest. Meanwhile, the tension has Washington University making changes to this year's commencement. Tickets are now required for ceremonies on May 13th. Guests will only be allowed to carry clear bags. The university also banning items like noisemakers, large signs, balloons, food and drink, and weapons. Protests have turned violent on other campuses across the country. Overnight, police breached Columbia's Hamilton Hall, where protesters had barricaded themselves for hours. Gloria Pazmino has the latest on the late-night police response.
Well, Columbia University's Gaza Solidarity encampment cleared by police last night after the school president requested assistance by the NYPD to come into campus and help remove protesters as well as the encampment. Despite the response by law enforcement last night, students here say demonstrations will continue.
The NYPD moved in on protesters occupying Hamilton Hall at Columbia University in New York late Tuesday night, arresting dozens.
For the individuals that are inside of Hamilton Hall, they will be charged with burglary in the third degree, criminal mischief, and trespassing.
Police in riot gear used flashbangs when breaching the building. And at least 50 officers used an elevated ramp on a truck to enter the building through a second-floor window. Within 2 hours, the building was cleared.
They had like 5 or 6 police buses, massive police buses coming in. We saw them bring out the protesters. There were massive protests going on Amsterdam Avenue, and they were, jeering as the police were bringing the protesters out.
The university has asked the NYPD to keep a presence on campus until May 17th, 2 days after graduation ceremonies. The campus has become the epicenter for the pro-Palestinian movement that's spreading on college campuses across the country.
What we're witnessing right now is an anti-war movement across the United States.
Across the country at UCLA, police were requested by the university as clashes between protesters and counter-protesters turned violent early Wednesday. Footage from the scene showed angry crowds throwing objects back and forth and some trying to tear down encampments on the campus.
Now, after those demonstrations on the campus of UCLA turned violent overnight, the LAPD arriving at campus following a request by UCLA to come in and help disperse the demonstrators. Video from the scene shows that skirmishes have gotten violent at times, the LA mayor condemning the violence. We are in Manhattan. I'm Gloria Pazmino. Back to you.
Now, UCLA canceled classes after last night's clashes. Meanwhile, New York Mayor Eric Adams says the people who entered Columbia's Hamilton Hall were led by people not affiliated with the university. We will continue to follow this story on 5 on Your Side on KSDK.com and the 5+ app, as well as your 5 on Your Side app. We have new details about an officer who fired a shot at a suspect in North St. Louis. As of right now, police say that suspect hurt his knee on broken glass during the incident. It happened this morning after officers responded to a call about an armed man inside a home on Ponce Avenue. No officers were hurt in that incident. We're also getting new details about an accident that killed this Marine from St. Charles County. The Pentagon says Sergeant Colin Arslanbus died during a parachute mishap during a training mission in North Carolina last month. The Fort Zumwalt West graduate was assigned to the Maritime Special Purpose Force. It was the unit's final certification exercise before deployment. Happening right now, the McDonald's in Florissant holding a fundraiser for a teenager recovering from this attack. Police say a 25-year-old man assaulted 15-year-old Araya Lynch last month at the restaurant on Parker Road. It left her with a fractured skull and severe injuries. Money raised today will go toward her medical expenses. That fundraiser runs until 4 p.m.
And switching gears to the weather, only spotty rain overnight last night, no severe weather, but all the storm activity in Kansas, some of that cloud cover has been pushing in, and it's mostly cloudy right over Chesterfield. The creeks and small rivers and streams have gone down, and the big rivers still, some of them are cresting, but again, only minor flooding on the Mississippi and the Missouri and the Merrimack, which is great news. 74 degrees right now. The humidity, you can feel it out there at 62%. So that dew point is up there at 60, and a northwest wind at 8 miles an hour. A little bit of a cold front coming through here. It'll become stationary. And so later today, we'll be watching the Weather First Doppler radar. We are not expecting severe weather, but out in Kansas they are. So we'll watch this area. Still a lot of rain out there this morning, and it'll ramp up with that severe weather chance. Wichita, maybe west of Kansas City to Oklahoma City, and especially in western Oklahoma for that risk of tornadoes today. For us, don't be surprised to see some shower storms popping up. Not all of us will see it. There's about a 30% chance of seeing showers and storms in the area. We'll watch the radar through the evening, and of course, more storm chances coming up later this week. I'll time that out coming up in just a bit.
I'm Travis Cummings reporting in Clayton, right outside of the St. Louis County government building, where last night lawmakers passed along two major bills that will affect residents here in the county. The first is a senior tax freeze. St. Louis County's Revenue Department had requested $1.8 million for this program to assist seniors. Last night, council members approved $300,000 for new software and personnel to help implement the senior tax freeze. The county's revenue director says it's not enough to fully implement the program because it doesn't cover all necessary staff, but it will allow officials to hire at least 8 workers and buy software. Application should be available here in the county by July. In other big news, the Rams may be in LA, but their impact is still being felt in St. Louis. Money from the NFL Rams settlement could be used for your roads. The St. Louis County Council also approved using $40 million in NFL Rams settlement money to repair roads and sidewalks in unincorporated county subdivisions. St. Louis County has zoned in on about 56 subdivisions it's in charge of where roads need repairing. Most are in North County and South County. These projects will take place over several years. The Ram settlement bill has been sent to County Executive Sam Page's desk. He has about 15 days to sign that before it automatically becomes law. Reporting in Clayton, Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Still ahead, possible chaos in the U.S. House. The threat by one lawmaker to call a vote to remove the Republican speaker. How Democrats could be the key to avoiding it. Plus, celebrating Cinco de Mayo on Cherokee Street in the shadow of last year's violence. The plan police have to keep you safe this year.